Hello, Meoni here, and welcome back to another lore reading. This time we're going to be looking at the Missionary men. These were some of the first explorers of a known world in Eorzea, and the very maps that we see on the actual game, and indeed in many of the lore books and many other articles that feature illustrations, supposedly are referenced from their original maps. So I thought this would be worth looking at, and indeed reading to you. So without further ado, the Missionary men. Though common worship of the 12 has, without much aid, spread to the far corners of Eorzea, there are certain sects that have put forth tremendous effort to bolster their respective flocks. One historically has been the Church of Saint Zozanan the Shepherd, which during the early years of the 13th and 14th centuries of the 6th Astral era funded countless missionary expeditions into the more remote areas of Aldenard and beyond. While these voyages would ultimately help to expand the borders of the day's maps, the danger involved saw more than 2 of every 3 crews lost. The following is the record of one such tragic mission. Day 1. A humble flock departed from Vesper Bay today on the Windwalker, a ship of 2 masts complete with a crew of 30. The captain tells me that should the winds remain favourable, the journey to the Maslaya Bay will take no more than 8 days, and we will have landed on the Pearl before the new moon. Day 3. My brothers and I are having a difficult time convincing the crew to join us in prayer. They are a ragged lot, who seem more intent on gambling and telling tales of their exploits on Lims's pleasure boats than praying to the gods who will keep this ship afloat. My faith is ever unwavering, but I cannot help but begin to question the necessity of spreading teachings of the 12 when legions of unbelievers remain in our midst. Day 4. For 3 days and nights our ship has sailed along the featureless Fanalan coast, finally reaching the promontory Cape Deadwind, which marks Eorzea's southernmost point on the morning of the 4th. The great Zagoli Desert, which has consumed the land beyond Vladar, is an utter void of desolation. We saw not man, nor beast, nor tree, nor shrub for the entirety of our journey. Surely the men who once lived there, and historians would have us believe that the land was once populated, must have given great offence to the gods for them to lay the land so low. The captain has pointed us due east, and I am glad to see this terrible land behind us. Day 6. After making excellent time riding the northerly winds gusting down from the Strait of Melfor, we set our course east, and since that very moment the wind has refused to blow. The captain calls them the doldrums, and said there is nothing to do but wait them out. The crew does not seem in any way concerned, and spend day and night drinking rum and tossing dice. My brothers and I continue our prayers alone below decks, for it is all we are able. Day 10. Still no sign of the winds picking up. The dinghy, which was cast off 2 mornings past with 4 men to explore the coast for a river or spring, has yet to return, and is feared lost, or worse, abandoned. The stores of fresh food and animals have all been consumed, and now the captain has begun rationing out the worm-infested hardtack and salt pork. On a positive note, 7 members of the crew have begun attending our sermons. Day 16. The water ran out today, forcing us to turn to the ever-plentiful barrels of rum stored in the ship's hold. Though it does not take a sailor to know that the rum will just heighten our thirst and drive us to madness all the swifter, the captain had to hang 2 men who had been plotting a mutiny, as if a mutiny could somehow summon winds from the skies. Day 20. 2 days since the last drop of rum was drunk. Despite the captain's pleas, nearly half the remaining crew has jumped ship and attempted the over 3-league swim to shore. The ones we witnessed dragged under by sharks will have most likely found a better end than the ones who actually make landfall. For them, slow death in an endless desert is all that awaits. We will continue to pray. Day 24. How have I survived this long? I do not know. To slake my thirst, I have done the unthinkable. I have partaken of the very blood of a man who slit his own throat. Or was it I who slit his throat? Will the 12 forgive me? Or have they forsaken us? Does it even matter? And so ends the chapter on the Missionary men. Hopefully you found this entertaining. I tried to make this as entertaining as I possibly could, and if you like this sort of thing, I will continue to do more. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.